Hey everybody, this is DM Mike, and this is the next prep video, and probably one of the last prep videos for Dragons of Icespire Peak for my second playthrough. Today, I will be introducing Talespire to the table, or at least in my next session I will be, and this is my really reckless dive into the software program. It's the first time using it, even though I've owned it for like a year. Let's go ahead and look at the final map, Icespire Hold, in all its ridiculous glory. Alright, so here we are, guys. This is Icespire Hold. Obviously, it's not a one-to-one here. Matter of fact, this is kind of a crazy dive for me. I had no clue what I'm doing, and I'm used to doing 2D, not 3D maps, so it was kind of a challenge, and this may be lame when you first look at it, and I totally agree with you. I mean, this is just me just by the seat of my pants doing this. But anyway, here is the area for Icespire Hold. I try to put the mountains in the background. These mountains are kind of hollow. They're not really completely fleshed out with, you know, stone after stone after stone. It's just too much. But I wanted to put something in the backdrop here. We know the dragon can fly outside of here. Maybe he lands on top of one of these. But I wanted to have some kind of atmosphere. But you can see here I've left, whoa, there we go. Here are some of the players here. This is going to be one of the aspects of Cryovane, which is him in human form, which they will fight here. God, I love the look of this game, or this virtual tabletop, I guess. But this is the only one I could find. All the assets aren't here, but this is one of 3 that I'll be using. These are just kind of temporary heroes placed in here. I know this guy will be used for sure. Maybe this guy, I don't know, we'll see. But this is the interior. Oh, okay. I'm still figuring things out, so this is going to be kind of clunky. But here's the interior of the hold. I didn't want everything to be smooth and, you know, walls intact and whatnot. This place has been wrecked over the years, especially because of the orcs and because of the dragon itself. Now here's the dragon token. Ooh, there we go, right up here. This is the one that kind of came with the game. Boom. I love when you pick him up and he comes down, he just kind of shakes the whole screen. So he is 2 size. I wanted to have some scale here while I was creating. So these guys have plenty of open space here. I didn't want to put any kind of cover, too much cover, at least some, right? We have some pillars. We have some verticality here with this area. They can, let's get rid of all this, run up here, run all the way around here, even go up to this top portion here with this ladder. We also have a tower here. The other tower has been wrecked, and then we have a tower here which actually has a ballista here as well. So I think I have a few pictures of that I've posted somewhere, probably in the Facebook group. But we have some holes here where people could fire out of if they wanted to. Here's where one tower was, but it's completely gone. It's been overgrowth, and you know, there's not much here. I'll put these here because these are dragon knights. You know, these are the guys who killed the first dragon. So I thought it was kind of cool to have something like that here. They actually access this. They don't access it through the portals that I have. They would access this area through wyverns. So that's how they would kind of get to the castle. Otherwise, there really is no direct route to this castle on purpose, at least for my campaign. Right? Again, this is not one-to-one. This is suited to my tastes. But here I'm just kind of putting things in, seeing how things feel. I wanted to keep open spaces here again so the dragon can swoop down and attack, and these guys just can't cower in a corner and evade everything the dragon does. It's kind of annoying. But this is basically it. You can see some rubble here where things have been torn up and destroyed. There's another ladder over here where people can climb up. I wanted some verticality so people can feel not constrained just to this area alone, but they could move around the map. But this is a map this is a castle, I should say, that is, you know, barely holding together. And again, this is my first time using this. I didn't know what I was doing. I was going in and just slapping things together. You know, about a year from now, I'm sure my maps will be much better, so this probably does not look as great and spectacular as it should. I think thinking in 3D terms is challenging. You know, if you're doing a 2D map, that's one thing. 3D and trying to figure out how things build up from their foundations is difficult. You know, it's not quickly picked up. I've tried to put some things in here. Let me see if I can just, here we go. It's not, what's really nice about this program is that you can lift things up, get them out of your way. I could put some foundational things in here like these pillars and stones to help keep the castle afloat, you know, how it'd be built out of the mountainside. I love the details here. But we can kind of just put this down. And also, how they gain access to this in my game is a portal. And the portal's actually underneath all this. So I'm going to go ahead and just raise all this stuff up. We'll just pick it all up, and you can see here is the portal underneath the castle, and this is where the players will come in. I'll have the tokens down there. This is the only asset I really could use for the portal right now. I think this game is still in a game, I should say. Virtual Tabletop still in early access, so it's not quite there yet, but it's got a lot. But they come through here, walk up here, and come right up the steps, and they'll come into the castle. Here's the first floor. There you go. Boom. That's where they'd come up, and that's where the adventure will start. And they will be first fighting against these guys here, the aspects of Cryovane, which will count against. Which will count against the encounter, count against his hit points. If he has 200 hit points, I'll give 100 to the knights and 100 to the dragon form, right? So they're still defeating the dragon even as they fight these guys. And I try to put some details in here, not a lot, like where the dragon's been eating, and other supplies and stuff that have been left behind by the knights. And of course the orcs who were here prior to that. But I didn't want to get too crazy, so I didn't go too crazy with details. You can do that. I want to make sure I can run this freaking map when I load it up, but I think there's plenty of stuff here, I think, for people to engage with, and we'll see how it goes. I use all my virtual tabletops live with people in person right there next to me at the table. I don't do online play, so this is not something that'll be online. But this fog of war, the fog and everything just really brings it to life, I think, the atmosphere of the castle. But yeah, put some trees down in here to give it some kind of scale. Unfortunately, you can't scale the assets, so they're always kind of the same size. I wish I could have taken advantage of scaling. But I think we see here, it does set a mood, and I love it. I think it does look good, even though maybe I'm not the best builder. This does look good. I think it's going to play pretty nicely. Hopefully I don't screw it up. It's going to be user error that night. And look, this is a risk, but I like taking risks. But this is a risk. We've been doing 2D maps, and suddenly, boom, we're going to have this new asset out there. I've been waiting to kind of premiere Tailspire, and I think, the very last map in this adventure will be fun to do. We'll see how it goes, guys. Of course, I'll report how it goes in my campaign diaries. But here we go. Here's the Icespire Hold with all, not all, but, some of the mountains here and the valley. The frozen atmosphere that you can actually put into the map with certain effects. But it's fun. For my first time putting something together like this, I'm very excited, and I know I'm just going to get better. And I highly recommend, guys, if you want to do something like this, right now Tailspire is fun to use as is. It's not even out of early access yet. But just dive in, just start doing it. That's the best way to learn it, is just to start doing it, and you'll pick up a lot. And then once you're done and you have more time, then go watch a YouTube video and kind of enhance your skills or hone your skills a little bit more. Where'd everything go? Oh, there we go. All right. So, hey guys, that is it. That's all I wanted to share with you. The final prep video for Dragons of Icespire Peak, Ice Spire Hold. All right, guys. See you in the next one.